hard to believe, but not everyone in the world is down with Star Wars.
One of those people is our friend who likes a guy, and he's obsessed with Star Wars. As she has this big master plan which involves wooing him with her Star Wars knowledge.
This episode is for her to help her up.
Basically, for those of you who are living under a rock,
It's about space people.
true, but more specifically, it is a film franchise created by George Lucas set in a fictional galaxy a long time ago, far, far away.
A long, long time ago. Wait,
In
hold
the
on.
galaxy.
A long, long time ago. In a galaxy far away.
You're so bad. Fun fact to impress all your nerd friends. George Lucas has admitted that the Witch King and Gandalf were huge influences on the characters of Darth Vader and Obi-Wan Kenobi.
The first Star Wars movie, or fourth chronologically in real time,
A New Hope.
it was released in 1977. Soon, every kid had Star Wars bed sheets and was playing with Star Wars toys.
Movies played for years in theaters, and kids would go back and back over and over again and had the entire movie memorized just like we do for the Hamilton soundtrack and Mean Girls. So yeah, it was a pretty big thing. So Anya, what's the deal with the whole numbers thing? How come episode 4 came out before episode 1?
There are originally 3 movies that came out in the late 70s, early 80s.
But because of the movie's huge success, George Lucas made 3 prequels that came out like 20 years later. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, came out in 1999.
It's about Jedi Knight Qui-Gon Jinn and his apprentice, Obi-Wan Kenobi, who are charged with protecting Queen Amidala in hopes of ending an interplanetary trade dispute.
Then they find this 9-year-old boy, Anakin Skywalker, who is off the charts with force power. Anakin wins his freedom in a pod race and leaves his mom behind to go become a Jedi.
Subplot, Queen Amidala pretends to be a handmaid to conceal her identity, and Anakin crushes on her.
They all end up back at Amidala's home planet, Naboo, and there's this huge battle. So there's this character, Jar Jar Binks, who is an annoying Gungan.
Oh no, look at my stupid ears.
But also important, the Jedi Council doesn't want to train Anakin because he's too old.
Fun nerd fact, not only is there a young Yoda on the council, but there's also a guy who looks a lot like Nick Fury, but with 2 eyes.
Okay, so Darth Maul is this guy, like half of it's like black and it's like red, and the other half of it, and he has little horns coming out of his head. And my friend Evelyn fought Darth Maul at Disneyland.
Evelyn fared better. Obi-Wan has to kill Darth Maul. Dead. Jin asks Obi-Wan to train Anakin.
In the second Star Wars movie, Attack of the Clones, we skip 10 years ahead, and the galaxy's on the brink of civil war.
Jedi Count Dooku is big problem, and he's causing all these issues in the Senate.
An assassination attempt is made on now Senator Padme Amidala. Guess which young Jedi apprentice is sent to protect her?
Annie? My goodness, you've grown.
So have you. Grown more beautiful, I mean. Well, for a senator, I mean.
The squad is drawn into the Separatist territories and learn of the galaxy's new threat, the Clone Wars.
Yoda is in this, and there's all these fights and stuff, and actually Anakin gets his arm cut off in a battle.
He comes away at the end of episode 2 with a robotic arm and a wife.
Yeah, that's right. Padme likes younger guys. She secretly marries Anakin on Naboo with R2-D2 and C-3PO as bridesmaids. Sick wedding.
Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, jumps us 3 years forward. Jedi Knights are leading Clone War armies on a war against the Separatists.
Obi-Wan is sent to kill General Grievous, and Anakin starts cozying up to Palpatine, the Chancellor of the Galactic Republic, and the secret Sith Lord.
The Jedi Council is right about Anakin after all.
Spoiler alert! Anakin turns to the dark side and becomes Darth Vader. He chokes Padme with the Force before knocking her out and going to fight Obi-Wan.
But Obi-Wan's an awesome fighter, and he defeats Darth Vader, and it serves him right too, because it turns out Padme is pregnant.
She has twins before dying.
Leia goes to Alderaan with Senator Bail Organa, and Obi-Wan takes Luke to live with his stepfamily on Tatooine.
So, Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope, aka the original Star Wars, has the Galactic Empire finishing up the Death Star space station so they can crush the Rebel Alliance.
The rebels are trying to defeat Emperor Palpatine and his right-hand man, Darth Vader, who turns out to be the new Sith Lord with a whole new look and a voice like Simba's dad. Darth Vader captures Princess Leia.
Now, Your Highness, we will discuss the location of your hidden rebel base.
Send their droids R2-D2 and C-3PO with a message for Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope.
Meanwhile, we check in with young Luke Skywalker, who wants to be a fighter pilot, but he's stuck working on his aunt and uncle's moisture farm.
Though, as luck would have it, he finds Leia's droids, sees her message, and thinks she is cute.
Gross.
Well, it's enough for him to track down Obi-Wan. Turns out, Luke has Jedi potential, so Obi-Wan takes him along to go rescue the princess. They go into town where they meet Han Solo and Chewbacca.
Han Solo. I'm captain of the Millennium Falcon. Chewie here tells me you're looking for passage to the Alderaan system.
Yes, indeed. If it's a fast ship.
Fast ship? You've never heard of the Millennium Falcon?
Which made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs.
Parsecs are units of distance, not time. But trust us, it was fast. Han likes to brag.
I've outrun Imperial starships. Not the local bulk cruisers, mind you. I'm talking about the big Corellian ships now.
Solo agrees to help him out, and he thinks she's hot and all, but he's in it for the money only. He owes Jabba the Hutt.
Leia is disgusted by Han, but she also really likes him. A lot. And Han makes this big romantic gesture when he comes back to help defeat Darth Vader on behalf of the rebels.
Also, important, Obi-Wan lets Darth Vader kill him because it makes him a powerful Jedi ghost so he can help the Scooby Gang from a higher plane.
Empire Strikes Back is released in 1980. It takes place 3 years after the events of Star Wars.
Palpatine and Vader are rightfully pissed about the rebels blowing up their Death Star. Vader is chasing Han, Chewie, and Leia across the galaxy while Luke is training in a swamp with Yoda.
While in Cloud City, Han's frenemy, Lando Calrissian, double-crosses them and basically hands them over to Darth Vader.
Luke's Jedi spidey sense senses that there's trouble in Cloud City, so he has to choose whether to continue his Jedi training or go rescue his squad.
The squad wins out, but they get there too late.
I love you.
I know.
And Han is carbon flash frozen and sent to bounty hunter Boba Fett. But Lando tries to do the right thing, and he escapes with Leia, Chewie, and C-3PO and the Millennium Falcon. So Luke and Darth Vader lightsaber fight, and Darth Vader cuts off Luke's hand. Luke should have listened to Yoda. He wasn't a fully cooked Jedi yet.
When Luke joined the dark side, Darth Vader dropped some knowledge on him.
Luke, I am your father. Lukey, no likey, so he sends himself down an air chute and sends a telepathic message to Leia to come get him.
Return of the Jedi came out in 1983.
We pick up a year later with a whole rescue mission where they try to save Han, who's still frozen in carbonite.
Leia gets captured, so this is the movie where she's in the gold bikini all chained up to Jabba the Hutt.
And she uses that chain in a fierce girl power move and strangles him.
They all live to fight the good fight against Vader and the new Death Star he's building.
Except Yoda. But he confirms that Vader was indeed Anakin, Luke's father. And oh, Luke has a sister.
But if you watch the movies in order, you would have already known this and it wouldn't have been that big of a deal.
The squad goes to Endor with the Ewoks.
And Luke tells Leia, good news and bad news. Good news, we're twins. Bad news, Vader's our father. Imagine the amount of therapy these kids are gonna have to go through.
Luke and Vader fight, and Vader tries to convince him to join the dark side, but when Luke says no, he senses he has a daughter and says, no, I don't need you, I'll go convince my daughter. And Luke gets pissed, and he cuts off his dad's hand.
Now the Emperor's all creepily cheering for Luke, like, yeah, come on, kill your dad, join me on the dark side. And Luke's all like, nah, I'm cool being a Jedi.
So Palpatine throws a fit and starts to torture Luke with Force lightning. And get this, Vader, who essentially killed a temple full of baby Jedis, killed his wife, tortured his daughter, and cut off his son's hand, doesn't dig it. So he kills the Emperor and kills himself in the process.
In his final moments, Luke unmasks Vader and sees his old burned up father. He escapes with him in a shuttle while the Millennium Falcon blows up the Death Star.
Back on Endor, the Ewoks know how to party, and Leia tells Han that Luke's her brother and he doesn't need to be jealous. Then Leia and Han kiss,
Total OTP. Then the redeemed Anakin, Obi-Wan, and Yoda gather together in spirit form and watch over all of them. Happy ending.
As of tonight, the squad's back in J.J. Abrams' first film in the sequel trilogy, The Force Awakens.
The movie stars Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher. So Han, Luke, and Leia are back.
The Rebel Alliance and the Galactic Empire have become the Resistance and the First Order, respectively.
The new leads in the movie are Finn, a redeemed First Order stormtrooper, Rey, a scavenger, and also in the movie is Kylo Ren, a dark warrior strong with the Force. Also, fun drama geek fact, I'm looking at you, Paige. John Williams composed the score, but Lin-Manuel Miranda and J.J. Abrams wrote the score for the cantina scene.
With this info, you can bluff your way right through basic Star Wars chatter. Later, Vader!
Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Periscope, and like us on Facebook.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
And check back every Thursday on ComicMix.com for new videos.